recording with.
Again, folks, if you want to have these emailed to you, please just drop your email address in the Zoom chat, and we will send you these slides as long as our presenters are willing to share that, inshallah. And we'll also send you the recording, the link to the recording. So please drop your email address in the chat. Thank you.
Sister Shaza, because of the students in the PowerPoint and the videos, we rather said it's more beneficial for the sisters that we send PowerPoints, not the videos. So I sent you just an email of some PowerPoints, and I can send some more your way, inshallah, to share.
Thank you.
But just because of the videos, we're not going to be able to send the PowerPoint that we used as to share with the sisters, inshallah.
Okay.
Bye. So here, can everybody see my screen here? I just took you inside a Google Class.
Yes, we can see it.
Very good. So for those who are not familiar with using when you go to your Gmail account, if you have a Gmail account, especially if your school purchased for you the free G Suites, making gives you more options, more security and stuff like this. So this is where you would want to go and click and see what is your classes. Should I? Okay, I don't want to come out of this screen, but if you click in this, it gives you options in Google, like your Drive, your classes. It gives you the option of Google Slides. You can click on it and start making your own slides. Anyone who has a Gmail account can do that. And then here I picked the class because we have already set classes. And then this is Sister Hanan's Nuraniya Tanween, and pre-K Arabic and Nuraniya session 1. And that's an assignment that I posted once I did this Tanween drag and drop for them. And here you can see that there was 7 students in this half of the class, and one of them turned in the assignment already, and 6 are still to turn their assignment. I'm gonna go ahead and click on the PowerPoint itself, and this is what they would see on their screen, the Tanween, and then they have this. And then they can say the sound of the letter Ba Fathatain, and then the English one, and then just click on it, and they can drag it and put it in the right basket. And then the next slide is done for them to check. If I go to the next slide here, so it's done so that they can check their answer and so on. For these, when you create them, it takes longer than just saying that, because this is also saying how to assign it within the Google Class, but I'll try. It's like that. This is how it works, basically, how to do the activity. But how did I do this? I have to make the background all like a JPG, doesn't change. And the only thing that I would add that's movable would be the app. Because if everything can move, the child will like move everything and will mess up the whole slide. So I prepare the background. Okay. Have you ever tried to copy a slide? I'm going to click on this slide. See the slide I clicked on? And if you just put Control and D. Okay, what I did that, Control and D, I just doubled the slide. So I make the background, and then I keep doubling it as many slides I will need to use, and then I will start adding the apples. Right? How did I make the background itself? I just went to web search, and I found the nice background that I want. And then I found the baskets separately, and I inserted a box for text, and I put the text, and then I took my screenshots. Or you can even, in Google itself, you have the option to download the slide. And once you download it, it comes to you as just as JPG. Download, and you take the option, download as what? Download as JPG, so it will be just a picture, an image, right? I'm not describing today in detail how to do a Google slide. I sent a link to show you how to do it step by step. But what I want to show you is just a simple PowerPoints. I'm going to get out of the Google class. Go back to my PowerPoints. And okay, I'll share this one with you. And this can be also sent to you. This is what you can use for flipped class, inserting the sound to the PowerPoint.
Sister Dalia, we only see your email, honey.
Assalamu alaikum ya
So then
awlad.
I have to refresh sharing screen. That's so weird about it. Shouldn't be like that. Okay, so now we see it?
Yes.
Now we see it? Okay.
Yes, now we see it.
So this is just like Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum, sisters.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi, Sister Halima. How are
Away
you?
from my computer for a second. Alhamdulillah, jazakum Allah khairan, and thank you so much. Because I was kind of busy, so I stepped away for a little bit and it stayed on. I'm sorry. Yeah, so jazakum Allah khairan, thank you so much. Yeah.
So this is to show you just like you can time your sound and time you're adding the images so that you can just like really flip your learning. You can send this home, he would learn, and then he would come. Or you can use it in class instead of talking to them.
Is it saying something, Sister Dalia? Because we don't hear
Oh,
anything.
you don't hear anything? Oh my goodness. No way. I shared
don't hear it.
I think you have to share the sound.
Dalia, can I ask, how long does it take you to do one lesson on these slides?
How about I show you right now? And I just wanted to, subhanallah. I did share computer sound with you, and I don't know why it's not.
Bismillah.
So do you hear this now?
Yeah, yes. Ask you, what is this letter? Because I know, mashallah, all of you know it by now. This is the letter Ba. But I will ask you, what sound will the Ba make if we put kasra under the Ba? If you said B, you have said the right answer. Ba kasra B. Now help me figure out this one. Here I have a Ba, but it doesn't have one kasra, it has kasratain instead. Oh, so this is the tanween we're talking about. It means I will first hear the sound of one kasra, B, and then I will hear the noon sound. Ba kasratain bin B.
And so on. So this takes them gradually, and then they can see all of them.
Help me with the second, the last one.
Up or something like that.
Here I see Ba.
And have them cheer, right?
Sister Dalia, this is just like I'm texting Magda. I'm like, this is absolutely amazing. So you didn't answer. How long does this take you? This is just incredible.
I'm used to it, so it doesn't take me a lot of time.
So the rest of,
like they say, yani we had just the spring break. That's
right, but
all what we had, and we
what
were
the
like,
rest of the viewers might not know is Dalia is super Dalia. She's not a regular Dalia. MashaAllah. And just like you saw in some of the pictures where she had all those games and puzzles, she has a factory at the school where she creates these things. And it looks like she's just moved to e-learning and creating all these things online.
Exactly.
MashaAllah.
Now can you see this? I want to show you how to make it. And it's very simple. It's really very simple. So can you see what I have now?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Down here you have your PowerPoint. If you're not familiar with making PowerPoints, just click on this and it will give you a lot of templates. You can choose any of them, or you can choose a blank, or you can even choose search for online templates. And online, search for online, you can even put the topic. Search for science online templates, search for Arabic online, anything you want, and then there would be templates there, right? So here I got just like one that is blank, and I put this on it. I was making this for, I think this was for Arabic teacher. One of the Arabic teachers needed the pronouns, yes. So this is what I see. And this is what the students will see. See those numbers? These are the animation sequence, right? But this is what the students would see. They would see the word home, and then they should guess home what? Nadarat, nadarana, nadaru, and he should choose the right one. I make this pulse again. I make the right answer pulse, and then I make the wrong ones disappear. And then I make the right one disappear, and then I emphasize it in another way. I bring it up again, and then I bring the meaning, something like that. And then I give them thumb up or something, a figure like that, right? So
it looks so simple, Miss Dalia. It looks like you just took like a few seconds to put that together.
Wallahi, it takes you like a minute to make a slide,
okay.
A minute, 2 minutes,
Alhamdulillah.
3 minutes, it's okay. But you can make them like 5 slides that get them engaged, right?
Okay.
Right, so for this particular one, for example, these number, what do they mean? So I'm gonna just put this away out of my side here. You don't see it, so it's not bothering you, but it's bothering me. Here, if I click animation, it gives you all the numbers on these, but if I'm on just home, you don't see anything like that, right? So how do I start this? I start by putting the box here and the word home. So, okay, let me say I wrote the words and I want to animate them. You want to know how to put the words, or you just want to know how to animate them? How far are you familiar with making PowerPoints? Should I go to a blank slide?
Yes, go to a blank slide. Okay. Show us from the beginning.
This blank slide just have my figure. I got this online. You can put animated thumbs up or animated hooray or animated stars, whatever, and then you will have these. And these, when you put it on display mode, they jump, they move, they do things, right? You see it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you still see my screen? If you stop seeing it, please let me know, okay? Here I want to type something. I will go, I shall copy paste these so that I don't have to redo the work. Can I cheat or no? Okay.
Yes.
I'll type. Okay, it's empty. I'll type. Now I want to put any text here. I'll put, first let me show you how I choose my slide. This is the home, and from home I want a new slide, and I get to choose which option. If you want to put any media, I would choose one of those slides that has the option to add media to them. If you're not planning, if you're just writing text, or you want to have a blank slide, you can have this blank slide. Let's see, we took this slide here, or this slide here. This one, the one that was used for the verb practice that Sister Hanen showed you, this particular one, these here, and this one would be something that you would like commonly use. Here's this one. And then there is another one here. The difference between them is here you can compare two things, right? In all of them, you see that you can insert a video, you can insert a picture, you can insert a graph, a table, things like that. So let me go ahead and insert a picture in any of them. By just clicking on this, it takes me to my pictures file. And from my pictures file, I can click on any picture and it will be there. And you adjust the size to the size you want. And you can type what you want here, and like you can compare that to another picture, and you can have your title here, right? How to animate this? What do you want to say about this, Sister Layla? What would you say about this kid?
What? I don't know. He's reading, or looking. I don't know what you mean. A word reading is power. Okay.
He has a sleeping bag and he's reading at night, right?
Yes.
So what do you want to tell him, or tell about him? What do you want to say about him?
Man,
Sister Layla's been put on the spot. I like it.
You want
I can't think.
Let's say something in Arabic. Let's say something in Arabic. So I'm gonna pull here. I have put Arabic as a second language here, so I can go to language and I pull Arabic. and then I put also
Where did you go? Where did you go for that? You said Arabic as a second
for the
language.
picture. Here, down here, sister, down here where it says English, Arabic. If I inserted, if I added another language,
we don't see it here.
We don't see where you're pointing.
So
it is in the computer. It's not on the slide. It is on the computer. You can
the tabs on the bottom.
And both languages.
Yes, if you scroll your cursor to the bottom of your computer screen, there's a pop-up that'll show language, and you can choose the language. It's on English.
You can see my pop-up. You see English, right? You see the word English?
Yeah.
If you don't see my screen till the bottom, but you can see that this is under this pop is the word would be English or English, Arabic, whichever languages you have on your computer. And then I can pick Arabic, and then I can write مثلا يقرأ أو يقرأ ليلا أو whatever I want to say, right? And even if I want to have this be in the font of the Quran, I already downloaded the ME_Quran font, which is the Quranic font. ME_Quran. Sister Hanan, did we put them the link as well, Sister Hanan, for this?
Me Quran, no.
We can send it.
Can you put it in, if you can go to it and put it in a chat box, then people can just copy and paste it from there as well.
It's an email that I'm going to forward because there's so many sites and some of them are not safe. So there's one that we tried and it's safe and it doesn't bring you virus.
Okay.
So you can enlarge and make smaller the word that you put. It's up to you. You can center it from here above the thing. So we have this here. Now I want to animate these things and I want to animate it in a certain order. I want first to see, if I want to see the word first. So I'm going to click on what I want to show. I want it to appear first. And I go to animations. And I click on animations. And then I have options. I can scroll down to see all my options. I have options as the slide enter, as the object enter. I can make emphasis after it enters, and I can do some effects as it exits, right? So now I'm at this step. I'm gonna, for example, say zoom. So that was gonna, this is gonna make the words come and zoom. If this was too fast zooming, I'm gonna repeat the same step with yaqra'u, right? If this was too fast zooming, while it's still highlighted and while I'm still in animation, I go here and see duration. It's 50, I don't know, 50 what? I don't think it's 50 seconds. That was not 50. I can make it 75 to be a little bit long. I'm going to repeat the same step with yaqra'u, the word yaqra'u. I want to make it appear next. So animation. And I will choose for it, if you wish, I don't know, we'll spin around or something. And then again, the duration too is good, right? And then now I want the child. Here I have him and I have a background white behind him. Are you okay with this or do you want to remove it?
No, it's fine.
Okay, you're kind. But if you want to remove it, you pick picture format and you go here for remove background. Any formatting you want to do with the picture would be picture format.
So can you remove it?
Yes, you click on it, remove background. It gives you the option what areas you want to keep, what areas you want to remove. So you can click, one of them is enough. I usually click on what to keep. And with the pen, you can make sure that these are the parts that are not pinkish or whatever. So they will be staying. Here's part that would be missed. So just making sure that nothing
This is not like some advanced version, right? I never knew about this.
I didn't know this either.
This is so weird.
Computer, trust me.
The only thing advanced here is Dalia.
That's so true.
Sister Dalia, is this the Google slide or PowerPoint?
No. This is just Microsoft PowerPoint.
Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay.
Okay.
And then after you made the changes, which is removing the background, you want to say keep the changes. Alas, the background is gone. Right? It looks nicer now for the kids, right? You don't want that white background. Now, what do you want this child to do? You want to, I don't know, you want him to first click animation and choose, you want to do more than thing happen to him. He can grow and turn, right? And then after that, we want to add a second animation. So our first animation was from here. The selection was from here. And remember that you have 3 areas to work on. You can choose this or that, right?
What version of Microsoft is this?
I think it's 10. It's not very, it's not 16. It's 10, I guess. Right. So you made one animation. You want to add another animation, then you have to go to add animation. Click add animation. I already had it enter, so I'm going to go check in this area of having emphasis. So I already had him grow and spin, so I can have him what? I don't know, a pulse. Okay. And then I will add a third animation, which I want him to maybe disappear or. So I go to here, exit effects, and I have a lot. I can have him drop down, float down, drop down, disappear, pulse, fly out, anything I want to pick from here. Where is, okay, swiver, whatever, okay? And then, okay, that's okay here. Now, if I go now, I want to go back again and have the child hear my voice say the word يقرأ one more time. I will go to it, but after I went in this order. I wanted to show after all these, right? So I will go back to the word اقرأ. Since it has one animation on it, I have to use not this side, I have to use add animation. And for اقرأ, I will add another animation that's, for example, I can have it zoom, for example. Okay.
What if you wanted to add yourself reading the word here?
Yes. So this is what we can do here. We can go say insert sound. We're going to insert, and then you can insert whatever you want. We're going to go to insert in a second, sister, okay? We're going to go to insert in a second, but let's just finish this as it is.
Okay.
Suppose we had another image here. We did whatever. We wanted to do the comparison. One will show, one will disappear, and whatever. I'm done, almost done here. I want to give him something to cheer about, so I'm going to take this figure and put it here for him when he's done. We'll greet him or pray for him or something. Now, if I play the slide, if I hit it in the, how to play the slide, I don't know if you can see it here, this, it's not called display, yani slideshow mode. You can have the slides, all of them lined next to each other. You can have the slides like the view we had. You can have it something called read, and you can have it just display slide. So I'm going to display slide. What I did now, I didn't show you its animation. Now, what mistake did I do? I forgot to give this little guy a number. He came before everything else. So let's go back and hit him and give him animation so that he appears only when I want him to appear. Appears. Now he has a number and he will appear last, number 7. If I go back here, and all what we were saying was animation. I had skipped something. I did transition. You notice how it opens, how the slide opens. You get this from transition. Transition, if I click transition, it gives you other options in transition, all the options you want. I'm going to change my option now. My option was to open like that. I'm going to make it a box that rotates or something. I changed it, right? If I want to apply to all slides, I will say apply to all slides. If I want to keep it for this particular slide, it will keep it for this particular slide. I will apply to all slides. If I want to have sound with it, as the slide moves, sound, and let's take the camera sound. So again, what did I do now? I went to transition now, and I scroll down, and I pick the transition I want. And then I went to sound, and I picked the camera sound from a number of sounds here. And then I said apply to all. Now, when I play my slide, it will have transition and it would have animation as well. That's the transition, the sound and the cube flipping. And then I start clicking, or I can adjust it that it clicks by myself. I like to click because I want to say whatever I want to say, comments, and then I have control what shows first. So reading is power, and then يقرأ, and then we see the picture of this boy, and then it's emphasized, and then it disappears. And then we go back to يقرأ again, and I emphasized it, and he read it, and then I give him Hore, you read it, or something. And then we went to the next slide and so on. Right?
MashaAllah. That was great.
Inserting sound sister.
Okay.
For this, for example, I want him to see Farasha appear. I'm going to keep it simple for this one. Farasha appear on the slide. First thing. Animation appear. And then after the Farasha, the word Farasha appears, the Farasha itself will appear. But I'm not going to have the Farasha just appear like a word appear. I'm going to have the Farasha grow and turn. Right? And then I want him to start trying to make sentences. So I'm going to ask him for a nominal sentence first, for example. So he's going to give me this, and then I'm going to ask him about a verbal sentence. But for me to do a verbal sentence, I have the Farasha to do an action. So I go back to the Farasha, click on it, grow and turn. I already have that. So if I want a second animation, what do I need to do? Can I do it from here? Second animation cannot be done from here. I have to go to add animation, right? I gave the Farasha appear. She had one animation. So now I need to add, then I have to go to here. I cannot do it from here. Add animation. And then let's see, she can fly or something. Let's see, motion or something, effects. Motion, okay. We can have her, for example, right? And then I can add another animation to make her fly out of the scene. But for the sake of the time, I can now click on the sentence, and I want him to comment on the action he saw the butterfly doing. For example, he should say that she flew, طارت الفراشة, and then I will give him the thumbs up by the animation here. So I have to give this just appear, for example. Okay, now I'm ready to display it. Because I said apply to all, it kept the transition. Transition is the sound and the way it flipped from another. And here the word Farasha appeared. And then Farasha. I have Farasha appear first so that he would think of this Arabic word. What does it mean? What does it mean? And then the Farasha appears. And then I ask him, can you put it in a sentence? And the easiest for them is that they will say, هذه فراشة. And I say, okay, can you be elaborating a little bit? Okay, هذه فراشة جميلة. So he say, yeah, correct, mashallah. هذه فراشة جميلة. And then I have a color code. Yellow for them means noun. Orange for them means verb. So if it's like that, this is a nominal sentence. The second one will be a verbal sentence. And then now I want something to happen, the Farasha to do an action. So it will move like that. Let's consider that's flying. And then I say, now what did she do? She flew. What can you say? You say, طارت الفراشة, for example, and he see it, and then I greet him. He did a great job. So this is what you will see. And the view that you just saw is what this child will see. And you just have to put it in the play mode. But I want to put my voice reading that. So insert. And then I say voice, audio. And you have the option to record from here. So one more time, you just insert.
Ms. Dalia, where did you go to audio? Can you show that again?
Yeah, I canceled it and I'm trying it again.
She went on the top right. Yeah.
Insert on the top left.
Hmm?
And then when you go through it, you will see what you can insert. You can insert table, you can insert picture, you can insert shapes, you can insert smart shapes. Actually, smart shapes is something I love. Smart shapes are these.
Yes.
They come in handy a lot. Yani if you want to display something in particular, I have one favorite here that looks like layers of onion, and I use it when I say, where does the meaning come from in Arabic? So I say, here's your root, and then what else comes after that? The harakat. The vowels will change the meaning. What else? Added letters will change the meaning. What else? And I go on and on and on in onions, and I can add layers as I go, so that they tell me where does the meaning come from. We go to Arab, we go to word morphology, we go to things like that. But here we don't want to add shapes. We want to continue all the way and add from here. either a video, you want to add a video, you want to add an audio. Okay, so insert and then audio. And then you have the option to get audio from your computer that you already recorded or to record now an audio. The bottom one gives you record now. So I'll just record now. This shows, you see what's on the screen now? You just press on it and start recording. Like فراشة فراشة هذه فراشة جميلة ماذا فعلت الفراشة؟ أحسنت طارت الفراشة طارت الفراشة الجميلة مثلا. We're done recording and it's here. It's not going to show like that. It's going to show just like that, this part here. If you play it. فراشة فراشة هذه فراشة جميلة ماذا فعلت الفراشة؟ أحسنت طارت الفراشة. See, here's your icon for the voice. And once you click, it will start reading. Go ahead, start reading. It should start reading now. I shouldn't need, I have to set it. ماذا فعلت الفراشة؟ أحسنت طارت الفراشة طارت الفراشة الجميلة فراشة الجميلة أحسنت and so on. فراشة. So it doesn't take long because we are taking it a step at a time. It takes a little bit time, but once you try it and you can do it, it doesn't take long. It does not take long. So if you messed up and you made the order of the slides not the order you want, what do?
Just move them around.
Okay. Click animation and see this that says animation pane, P-A-N-E here. If you click on that, it gives you the order of your animation and you can actually drag one and move it above another one. It will change its order. If I want this and that to happen at the same time, if I want to see the farasha and number 2, when the farasha will, the word farasha and the image, this is for the image of farasha, number 2. If I want them to happen at the same time, I click here and I can say, I clicked on the farasha, on the second animation, and start on click or start with the previous, I can click start with previous. So if I played it again, now both of them took number 1. They place together at the same time. You can play with this, you can put where your voice needs to come and everything. Fine. When you do this, if you made a copy of this slide by, again, Control and then D, duplicate. I have to choose the slide and then Control D. And for some reason, it's not working for me. So we have a duplicate here. Now, this is your number 1 slide, and this is your second slide. You can change its color. You can do whatever you want to do with it. But the thing is that you can just change the word, write whatever other word you want to write, and change the picture, pull whatever other picture you want to pull, and your animation will stay. You don't have to redo the animation if it's the same animation you want to use.
Oh, it's an excellent
tip. If you want to do different animation, that's fine. You can change it. But if you want to reuse the same animation, you're going to use it. Look how this looks like terrible, horrible. That's when you play it. None of that shows. And we're teaching the kids abwabul fa'al. This is word morphology. And then kharaja, how it changes to yakhruju. And the prefix is there. And then the command ukhruj. And then they pulse again so that he would say kharaja, and other words disappear so that he focus yakhruju, and the English disappears, and then ukhruj, and the English disappears, and then he would go to the next line. I will have like 3 more here, and then 3 more here, and then he have 3 examples that follows the pattern of nasara yansuru. It's all kharaja, dakhala wa sakhala. So when they hear these repeatedly, they play with them, they say it in class, and this is how they get more practice. very simply for the Arabic teachers, you can just put sight words. Sight words. We do K4, our K4, alhamdulillah, read about how many words you would say, Hanan? Not less than 50 words in sight words. They can read words as big as al-malaika, as of course, qul a'udhu bismi Allah, all these words they can read, but sight words. If you practice with the slide, you can practice, I mean, with the papers in class time, then you can do that as just a slideshow and flip, 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 just sight words. You see the option of dropping, you can use the option of dropping to cancel the wrong words. I think if I send some slides, and as I told you, if you highlight the word carefully and you rewrite your word, I'm hoping the animation will stay, inshallah.
I think I have a solution, Dalia. I do. I think you do the lessons and everybody zooms into your class.
Subhanallah.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah, may Allah reward you. I think this was very helpful. It's actually, when you did finish it, it's simple things, and you can, that tip about just changing the words and leaving the animation is great. That's a really helpful tip.
And this is the زي ما بنقول البلدي الطريقة البلدي بتاعتنا. But if you want really يعني a nice interactive slide that the kid can, he has his own screen and you have your screen and he's working at the same time, then you do the peer deck.
Okay.
Peer deck. So, I recommended you the.
I'm going to follow up with Ms. Dalia about maybe something where it can be an interactive with the teachers, that you can actually do the lesson and they can be practicing something along those lines. And I'll follow up with you, Ms. Dalia, about that, inshallah. But for all of you that are watching, you will get the PowerPoints, the recording, and all the resources that they mentioned for the class. MashaAllah, we went on, it's been almost 2 hours. We're at 6:48. Jazakum Allah khair for hanging in there. We still have over 60 people listening, so may Allah reward you for all the work you do. I know this is a really, really strenuous position, working really with the younger kids. It takes more work. So, and for our presenters, wonderful presentations. Jazakum Allah khair, everyone. And I think
Jazakum Allah khairan. Yani you really brought everything at the tip of.
We're trying. Right, Shaza, we're just, inshallah, we know we're all in the same boat. I know my teachers are all in this Zoom learning, so it's it helps everyone, and it's good that we can share it, share the learning process and share what we know. Alhamdulillah.
Thank you all so much. Give us a little bit of time. We're going to have to see if we need to edit the video so that the children's faces aren't included. So that might take a little bit of time. And so just be patient with us. Put your email address in the Zoom chat if you haven't. And inshallah, we will reach out to you within a week. Sister Dalia, Sister Hanen, Omnia, Melissa, Jazakumullah khairan so much for your time.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Just please keep each other and each other's dua. Make dua for everyone. And may Allah lift this disease from us, make it easy for everyone, and heal those who are sick.
Ameen.
Ameen. Ya Rabbil Alameen. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum everyone. Assalamu alaikum.